All right. I just want to assess some things with this ICE shooting that took place featuring this person um, now named as Renee Nicole Good. Um, and I want to blow the whistle on some things. I want to through the spirit because I did a lesson on this initially, but when I spoke on it, it was just a woman that was named to be killed, or that was stated to be killed, had got killed, shot and killed by a ICE agent. And at the time, her name wasn't released. But then her name got released, and her image. All right, which this was the image. This is the only image put out once they put her name out. See, this was 2 days ago. See, all over the place. This was said to be her. Everywhere. Notice these was a day ago, but this was 2 days ago. All right, and this is the video that I did on it. All right, let me pull this up. In fact, yeah, right here. Federal agents kill woman during Minneapolis immigration crackdown. So her name wasn't released yet. So this took place January 7th, 2 days ago, because today is January 9th, so-called 2026. See, 2 days ago. So her name wasn't put out at the time, nor her image, but some hours later, because I believe the 9th was Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. No, I mean not the 9th, the 7th. The 7th was Wednesday, excuse me. Her name got released. Eventually, no, her name was released like an hour or a little bit after. No, her name was released because I looked it up, and then her image was like, the story was still small, but her image was the image was put out. So hours later, I'm talking to Akim, and a whole new face come up, and this is the face. All right, this was the face. So I actually noticed that before I was talking to the brothers about it, and then by the time I brought it to their attention, her name was it was blown up even more. The face was even more, so they done added new images. All right. But what I want to do with this, like I said, I want to assess some things and point out some things that's pretty fishy about all of this, and that's what I'm gonna put this under. Fishy business, man. All right. Fishy business news, fishy news, something like that. The reason why I'm saying that, because I would just say PSYOP news, but I don't want YouTube to flag it. All right. You know, the algorithm are easy, target with the keywords. But anyway, before I get into this, I'm going to give all honor praise. I have to give all honor praise and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wachakwadash. Yahweh is the true and real power. All right, the true and real God, which is the true and real name of who people call God, who you people call God. Yahweh Shai is the true and real name of who you people call Jesus. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops over the Great Millstone Church. And salutations as well to the rest of the Akim. The elders in Akim, also of these same branches, hold forth this true word for true life and all true faith and sincerity. So yeah, man. Look, There's something about this not adding up, man. All right. And I got more reasons to show outside of the picture. So they were saying this is her. All right. Completely. Poet, writer, wife, and mom. Shitty guitar strummer from Colorado, experienced in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They said this was her. So a whole profile laid out. And then if you notice, they're got the same pictures they use. But like I said, more than just the pictures, it's more to the pictures that just make this fishy. Now, I'm not saying someone did get killed. I'm just pointing out what they're reporting and how they're reporting it. This is being edited, and it's completely being, if it wasn't a script, it became a script, or it's a script from the beginning, because it's 2 months that just don't add up with this. Now, it's completely fishy. Now, outside of that, what I want to actually do, okay, we're going to go back. Give me a second. Just to get to the nitty gritty, this person, right, is not the same as this person. So that's one. And it's another thing that's fishy, because if the driver's side is on this side and no one was in the passenger, as you're going to see in these videos, and 1 second, fair use. Nobody in the passenger side. Okay? So, coming here, see this? And then, this person not even wearing the same thing as this person. This is something new I noticed. No one is on that passenger seat. The only other entity, if you will, or creature in that car is a dog that's in the back seat on these videos. Okay? So they saying that's her, right? So who the heck is this? And this video's this is this is circulating. I'm sure I could pull this up. Not even wearing the same thing. Where the red hoodie at? But that's just one thing. That's another thing. And I just noticed that. So let me get to the initial things I had. See? That's the same person. Heather's Scheider Illustrated. But this is not the person that was in the car. See? Here it is again. See, this shit is just some bullshit. This shit don't make sense. Told you I wasn't just saying this 2 days ago. Now, it's been people supposedly said to be making AI, right? So I do want to throw that in there. But you see, this is completely, it's just not making sense. All right? So they're saying this is her, But these two people, they don't even look the same, nor are they the same as this person.
I'm mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad. It's okay. We don't change our plates every morning.
And then the next thing,
That's fine, dude.
now this is the same person as this person, right? It is. But how the heck you get a store? Like, where is this stuff coming from? This was being put out, all right, and everything's been changed and updated. But even if you go along with, okay, this is people making AI and things like that, the shit that the mainstream media is putting out don't even add up. Okay, so hold on. You can turn your TV on if you want to. Okay. Salaki. But anyway, I'm sorry. Dang, we can clearly see these are all the same people, images, and whatnot. But anyway, that's where I get to where I was. See you right here. And they even put these two images together as if this is the same person, which is insane. But it's just threads. This is not the media and blah, blah, blah. These is on, known bloggers. So who put this image out? All right. That's the question. Now, let's just get straight to the video. Again, when they put this out, there was no name in this article given. Okay, I don't believe. We do so many videos. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. So, yeah, getting straight into this. Federal immigration. No name. Yep, the woman's. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, you go watch this video and find that out yourself. And then I also put within this the original video. Okay. Fair use. Fair use. So at the time, this is the only footage out, right? As well. Now, there's been people saying like the gunshots was edited as well on these new videos because as of 2 days ago, this is the only video out. Okay. But anyway, because I figured, the reason they didn't put the name out because they was trying to keep protests down because I'm assuming, I said in the video, it could be a so-called, it could be an Israelite, a so-called black, so-called Latina, Native American Indian, or it could be a non-Israelite. I didn't know because they didn't say the name, but I'm like, well, if this is pertaining to the ICE agents, immigration crackdowns, like more than likely this was, one of our people, but it could have been a heathen that got hit as a casualty, caught in the crossfire. That's what I said, I was thinking. But I'm like, if it is an Israelite, aka Jake, who we call Jake for short, it makes sense for them to do it like this because it's just another civil unrest waiting to happen. Now, again, getting back to where I was at, this video was the only video put out, which you see in this video, the article didn't have the name in it. And also, all of these images that you see now on Google, none of these was there. The only one that was there was the one that I've been telling you, which is this one. Okay? So these are 3 different faces. All right? And they said this is the description of the scene, when that's not at all the case. Okay? Just going through these things. But anyway, now, matter of fact, wait a second. Let's do this. I can find it. Right there. All right. Boom. That's the actual scene, supposedly, upon a new video, which that is a screenshot from that just came out. That wasn't out again when this was done. All right. And this was a day ago, but this was again 2 days ago. So you can see it's documented. I'm not making this up. Now, this proves it because that is said to have came from this. Thus, ICE agents, this is 48 minutes ago, phone video offered new clues. All right. Now, let's go ahead and get into this. What this supposedly is an ICE agent recording on his phone. But what, as I said, you're going to see, because you could throw all that in the garbage, but even mainstream's news, video, and reports don't add up, because some say this is the POV. All right, let's prove that.
We now have more footage of exactly what happened. This is from the POV of the officer that was hit, and things are very, very different than what the media is telling us.
AKA what? Body cam footage, right?
Now, 2 things can be true at once. I can think it's horribly tragic what happened to her. I can pray for her family and pray for the U.S. and hope that everyone stays safe, but also recognize she had no business where she was. I can also see the look on her face. Unfortunately, before this tragic event happened, she was attempting to block.
But the point is, right, why I use this is because she said that she also co-signed that new footage came out, which came from the police's body cam.
Officers, and then when they asked her to remove herself from the vehicle, she accelerated.
As you see, body cam footage of Renee Nicole Good. All right, AKA POV. Let's see what these people say, man. All right, but what people not paying attention to, she doesn't show the footage. See, there are numerous videos taken by different people. I wouldn't be surprised if some were edited now. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Right. Now, this points it out right here. And it don't make sense. So they say this is a body cam footage, right? So let's hit play on this. And we're going to come back to this video because that's a key comment right there. Check this out. So 2 things is the issue, as I pointed out already. That one script, all that footage that was showing her as if she was a passenger in the car, or as if it was a passenger in the car, that's not accurate. But okay, the news media didn't report that. So, but again, there's a lot of things fishy with this. Moving on. Now, this is the crazy thing. Salakia. Now, this is from the police holding the camera, right? But if you look closely, right, this is the camera in his hand because it's not a body cam. Because maybe people got that mistaken. But where do people get the body cam footage statement from? The news media put that. I said it was body cam footage. That ain't true. Because here go the cam off the body right here, if you will, right? But then that don't even make sense. Because the angle don't match the view, right? And they again, this is coming from the officer that shot her, right? Now, you can see the person's reflection right here. I don't see an arm extended, but I see a camera right here. Okay, now, maybe I need to look a little longer, okay? So boom. That's him holding, there go the guy with the mask and everything, because they say the guy with the mask is the guy that shot her, all right? Let me see this again. And I ain't gonna draw this out too much further. I just want to see if I can find this. All right. And just bear with me, because I'm gonna show you the hole of this. A key hole. Waiting to find an image on the guy's face. All right. But again, this the guy that shot her right here, supposedly. See that? His whole face covered. The guy that was recording it, see that? You can see it from here. His face is half covered. This is the body cam footage from the officer that shot her, because they say this is who shot her. All right? Let me pull it back up. This guy, a guy that you see that has a half mask on, right? He's the one that was at the window and shot her. Not this guy. Or matter of fact, no. I believe the shots came from, see, it's just a bunch that don't add up. Because if you say it was the officer, if you've seen the footage, if you say it was the officer that was in the front of the car, why is it only one bullet hole in the windshield? Okay. And then if you say it's the guy that's at her door with the passenger, where the passenger window is down, because they say she got shot in the face, where is his half mask at? Because when he's recording, right, before this happens, he has his half mask on. According to the mainstream, you can see it's clear as day. Both of these guys masked up. So it couldn't have been them that say that's the guy that shot her. Let's just pull it up, bro. I'll draw this up. Where this dude at? This dude. They say this is the guy that shot her. Right? Now that makes sense. See? Boom. Okay. But it still don't check out. How? And then there go the phone in his hand. Right? Now check this out.
I'm not mad. That's okay. We don't change our plans.
This footage is coming from the phone that's in his hand, remember? This angle don't match it. Let's rewind as you can see.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you.
See? Because he's pointing it out. The damn reflection tell on him. This is pointing directly at her window from the point of view. Just look at it from point of view of being the camera. Obviously, the camera lens is completely looking looking at what you are seeing. But when you look at the reflection, it's not even aiming that way. They said this came from his phone. And then it couldn't, if this the guy that shot her, who gave everyone this new angle to show how it happened from his point of view, it didn't come from a body cam. Because he doesn't have a body cam on. So it don't make sense. None about it make any damn sense. See? You just look. It don't. The angles don't match up. See? He's pointing out. This is going this way. The camera is going directly at what we seeing. Which, again, this shot is coming from this phone that's in his hand that you see in the reflection.
It's every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk That's fine. U.S. citizen.
So he works his way back this way.
I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
And again, the guy that's recording is the guy that's shooting, right? With the half mask on. So from looking at it, it looks like the camera would be in his, I mean, most people right-handed. So the camera would be in his right hand. Or is that his left? Let's see. Okay, that'll look like the left. Yes, the left. This is right. So his right hand's free.
That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen. You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
See, we get another reflection. So maybe he shot with his left under or over underneath his right, still holding the phone. Or he shot with his right, you know. He switched hands. I don't know. See? But that's who shot her. Now, that's one. That's one. Now, check this out. Again, no body cam. Camera in his left hand. That's it. So he had to shoot her with his right. Now, this is the thing. They say she got shot 3 times in the face, right? But when we go back to this camera view, he would have had to do it from what? The front right here, right? And then you hear, what's that, 2? That's 2 shots. Some people said it was 4, okay? Now, that shit don't make sense. Because why? There's only one bullet hole in this car, bro. We only heard 2 shots, and there's only one bullet hole, as you see. This is what they say happened. One shot was 1 shot, but she got shot 3 times. And then it's the scene. You know what I'm saying? I suppose he getting shot. And then I don't know, it just looked crazy. It looked weird. Like you look at the headrest, things like that, it just looked too perfect. I don't know. So maybe when she rolled past, he shot in the car. Like, again, there go that image. That's fake, because he didn't have a mask. So even if he shot in the car, his video footage that supposedly came from his phone doesn't match what the reflection shows with him holding the phone. Like it don't, and then he didn't have a body cam on. It don't make any sense.
Bill Keller joins us there live now.
Again, fair use, fair use, fair use. I want you to notice and count how many people are here. 3 of them masked, 1 of them half masked, but they all got on basically dark jeans, dark colors. Of course. It's lucky.
Was dragged 100.
You're gonna see another angle to show who the only people standing out there and what they wearing, right?
Want to see this. You can see the vehicle there. That's
Look, it's just them 2 right here. Nobody on this side of the street. This is the main part you want to pay attention to. There's no cars up there, nothing.
you can see the
It's a white car, right SUV it look like right here. No one's standing there, right?
vehicle there. You can see the vehicle there. That's law enforcement pulling up in the pickup.
And it is the Honda Pilot that we should be focused on here. It's about a purple.
Two masks, dark color pants, basically. Nothing light, I'll say.
Bluish reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking up.
So there go dude, and this is what happened. This is when he draw, right? You've seen it.
It's about a purplish reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking.
We should be focused on here. It's about a purplish reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking
I don't see the phone, but
up.
there go the gun. Okay, that's like a phone.
And then there's another agent.
One, then he gave another one.
I don't know if you
All right, now,
can see that one right there.
boom. Listen what she said.
Walking up. And then there's another agent.
Reddish color here. So let's take a look.
Agent walking up. And then there's another agent. I don't know if you can see that one right there.
Three agents involved. One was kind of closer to the front of the vehicle. The other kind of pulled on that driver's side door handle.
Yeah.
There as
So
well.
again, there's no audio here. We don't know what's being said. We don't know really anything else about this woman, other than we know that she was not the target of the initial investigation. That was confirmed by the police chief. But there are some other angles of this as well that are being looked at. So that's kind of one pass of the video. And again, right. Okay, thanks for letting us know. Sorry. So there is some audio to this, and if you go online, you can see. So now you can see the vehicle is crashed, and according to law enforcement here in the Twin Cities, that woman was shot, and then the vehicle drove into the snow there, as you can see. So this is kind of the aftermath right now. This video is turned the other way. We want to just show you what's happening. We didn't have a lot on the front end of this, and every time we show video, we kind of like to show prior the incident and then as much after. But this is what we have, so we wanted to show it to you in full.
And this is also the first time that we are seeing this as well.
Now, when they show some shit like this on goddamn Fox and don't blur it out.
So we're kind of just watching this together along with you. But as you can see there, you see all these houses and these homes along Portland Avenue. We know that this is a residential area. So again, we don't know much about this woman, just that she's 37 years old. We don't know if she was an observer, because that's the thing too. So a lot of these ICE agents were out there.
See, they didn't know her name either, and this just proves it. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe somebody got killed. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's things about this that just don't add up. Now, I want to read this real quick. Now I got one more aspect on the point I'm going to end on this scripture. It says the term Renee Nicole Good is an AI overview. The quote-unquote Renee Nicole Good psyop refers to a narrative that the death of Renee Nicole Good in a police shooting was a psychological operation, in parentheses, the psyops. It says a claim often associated with President Trump and his supporters. All right, so they do a lot of staging of things. But anyway, it says, that's what's put on them a lot. This narrative is largely used by those who argue she was a quote-unquote professional agitator and that the media coverage was intentionally biased, right? Because the things outside of like just the death that they reported on her, it don't add up. Like, she was a wife, she had dropped her kids off the whole time. She was a damn lesbian. You see what I'm saying? She was a goddamn lesbian. And when they presented the image to you, as far as who she is this, right? And it's this. But even in the footage that tells that this is not who this woman is, was, or anything. All right? Because bigger trouble might come out if they find out she's actually who? Let's jump up. This woman. You know, a part of that alphabet gang. You see what I'm saying? It says she was a wife, and this is the sobbing wife. See? But the news media presented her as a true wife, not the wife of a wife. See? Because we know the wife of a wife couldn't have her like this. But they presented her as this, which this was supposedly Renee dropped 6-year-old off at school before encountering ICE with partner, as if this who it was. But that's not who in the video. See? So as I said, this is a bunch of fishy stuff with this. All right? This is who was in the video. You didn't see this man nowhere. You seen what was just pointed out and said by other news mainstream media to be her this to be her partner, because this who's in the video, as you can see. See? Look at the dog. So they it's just like I said, it's just a lot of fishiness going on with this, man. So either way they lie, and maybe they don't want smoke with the LGBT community. You see? So this is Psalm 64 and 6. It says, I'm gonna start at 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of land sneers privily. They say, who shall see them? Right? Because clearly this was the cause, what the aftermath is of all this now, and that's uproar, civil unrest, so forth and so on, for that ordo ab chaos, man. For the Trump to have a reason to send the troops back out after he said he was going to pull them in. And that's another good point. Trump said he would send them back. Salaki. See, at the end of the year, Trump ends National Guard deployment. He said they will no longer be in Los Angeles, Chicago, and Portland. And he had said specifically they'll go back if issues go back up. So there you go. President Trump said Wednesday, this is thehill.com. Okay, as you see, Trump says National Guard deployments will end in Chicago, Los Angeles, and Portland. So Trump said, he said that, but it says vowing to return federal forces to major Democratic-led cities if crime spikes again. So look, this is the quote from him. Portland, Los Angeles, Chicago, we're gone. We're gone if it weren't for the federal government stepping in, quote unquote. Trump wrote on Truth Social, quote unquote. This is the rest of what he said. We will come back, perhaps in a much different and stronger form, when crime begins to soar again. See, when crime begins to soar again, only a question of time. So for him to say when crime begins to soar again, when they just said make America great again, that was supposed to have been it. That was in laying the law down. Okay, people ain't gonna play with us no more, so forth and so on. For him to say when is almost as if it's planted. You see, because you have a saying known as ordo ab chaos, which is chaos, order created out of chaos, orchestrated, chaos by the same ones that create the order. All right. So Psalm 64 and 5, they encourage themselves in an evil manner. If they commune of land snares privily, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. That's all these psyopses that they, plot for months and things like that with the actors and everything. And they can have it to where, they can make a person's social security card no longer active to really stage their death. You see, because when you go look at those bloody scenes and pictures of the cars, I don't know, it's madness. But I ain't saying nobody didn't die. I don't know, bro. It's just nonetheless they lie. They lied. Mainstream media completely lied to the people. So it says they search out iniquities, they accomplish their diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. So this is what's happening, man. And all men shall fear and declare the work of Yahweh Bashim Shah, for they shall wisely consider of his doings. So you Jay's gonna wake up and see, okay, the Lord is not lying through his men that's exposing these people, because nothing they saying that, I'm even seeing is even adding up. So again, going back to this, it says her death was from the media coverage, just her whole background, everything. It was completely intentionally biased. The background of the incident, it says she was the mother of 3, a prize-winning poet. So she was shot by the ICE, so forth and so on. And President Trump describes her Good's actions as, quote unquote, an act of domestic terrorism. They claim she was a professional agitator, which we know a lot of these protests and whatnot are completely staged, and they're paid for, organized by the likes of the millionaires and billionaires in America that's into politics, like Steve Bezos. I think he had a group. Black Lives Matter got bought out. They had bricks placed and organized already for people to come and start throwing them, all to get Jake. All of this stuff be staged and set up. You see, they all be in, and then it ends up turning real, which is what they want, because these people love blood. But nonetheless, y'all see, man. So I ain't gonna keep this going. That was pretty much the point. It was, I think, another part on this too. They claim she was a professional agitator, so they tell on themselves. And attempted to run over an ICE officer with her vehicle. Maybe they fucked up. She wasn't supposed to do it. And they get killed. I don't know. But clearly they lied. It says prompting, and the angles don't match up. And Edomites even see this. So-called white people. It says white America, so-called, right? Prompting the agent to fire in self-defense. And a lot of people think this real. They haven't seen the hiccups in this story. So this last part, media discrepancies, the use of the term psyop intensified when Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt claimed the media, quote unquote, smeared an ICE agent who properly defended himself and intentionally lied to the public to advance a specific narrative. Social media, and that's them telling on themselves. Like, they telling you, like, these people be lying in the media, and stuff don't add up, and and then they divide it, and then you see through everything, and that just make them being divided on the story just fall apart. Here it is, they saying this was Shorty. This was Shorty. No, Shorty looked like this. No, Shorty was on this side of the car. No, it was Shorty in the car with somebody else that had a red hoodie on, and that wasn't even her. The whole time that was her. Or really both of them was her. You know what I'm saying? Like, this madness. It says social media users also debated whether mainstream media coverage had erased her identity as a queer woman with a wife by focusing on quotes from her biological mother and ex-husband. And that's clearly what they did. Because where did these images come from? Because when I first spoke on this, was none of that in Google Images. They're trying to present a story that isn't it, man. All right? Sounds like her wife is kind of to blame. Back on this video, looks like a publicity stunt gone wrong. It was predictable that the left-wing media would try to spin it. They will likely do the same thing with the Portland shooting from yesterday. So there's an agenda with all this, with
not just because she lost her life, but because I think she is a victim of left-wing ideology. What young mother shows up and decides they're going to throw their car in front of ICE officers who are enforcing legitimate law? You've got to be a little brainwashed to get to that point.
See? So basically, man, another thing with the timing of this is crazy, because this came out right after it's been all eyes on America for literally stealing the resources of Venezuela and then announcing that they will go in and take Greenland. All right. So they got to distract people. So with that, I'm going to give our honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Till next time, say Shalom.